Our last speaker for the afternoon, Rick Copp, is a producer, screenwriter, who has worked on The Golden Girls, The Brady Bunch movie, Scooby-Doo, and many other TV shows and feature films. He also writes mystery novels under the pen name Lee Hollis. Rick worked with Francine alongside Joe Dietl and Ben Zook, his co-creators and co-stars on the hit web series Where the Bears Are. Francine played Rick's mother in her last on-screen appearance. Please, let's welcome Rick Copp.
When Francine first swept into audition for the role of one of our mothers on Where the Bears Are, we were all blown away by her elegance, her class, her timeless beauty, all of which were totally wrong with the part. Despite a wonderful reading, we didn't cast her. But we just couldn't get her out of our minds. She was so charming and had such a rich, colorful Hollywood history. And she told us as she was leaving that we should definitely use her in the show because, in her words, I have a huge gay following. And so we did. About a year later, we decided to make a Mother's Day special for our annual DVD release, and we created the role of Kathleen Hatch, my character's refined, well-to-do, recently widowed mother, and we wrote it specifically for Francine. Well, when Francine showed up on the set, she looked absolutely stunning in a fashionable and flattering light green suit. Her makeup was perfect, there was not a hair out of place, and she was ready to work. And I probably don't have to tell you that she definitely brought her A game, delivering a sharp, funny, spirited performance. Francine, of course, charmed everyone on the set with her absolute professionalism, her body sense of humor, and some wildly entertaining Hollywood stories, none of which I can repeat here today. At our wrap party several weeks later, she breezed in bearing gifts, including framed photos of her with the cast, and a movie still of her from the 1960s huddled against the chest of none other than Elvis Presley. I mean, come on, Elvis Presley. We were very excited. We had no idea that Francine's appearance on our little web show would be her last on-screen performance. But we're very proud of the fact that we are now in the company of all the amazing classic productions she has done in her long, storied career. In the months following the shoot, Francine would occasionally write to me on Facebook and check in to see how I was doing. And she would always sign her messages, "Love, Mom." And when I showed my real mother Francine's photo, she said, "Really, I have to compete with that?" I had no idea my time with Francine would be so brief, but her impact has been strongly felt, especially on my work. I recently started writing a new book for my publisher called Poppy Harmon Investigates. And it's the first in what we hope will be a lighthearted mystery series about a mature former actress retired in Palm Springs who opens a detective agency with her two best friends and an out-of-work actor. Kind of think The Golden Girls meets Remington Steele. I had sold the project early last year, but I didn't really begin developing the title character until the summer after I met Francine. Well, as you can probably guess, Poppy now bears a striking resemblance to Francine, the Francine I know and came to love. Beautiful, classy, elegant, not to mention strong-willed and ballsy. So I really hope this series does well and lasts for years to come, because mostly every time I will sit down to write a chapter, I will feel like I'm hanging out with my good friend Francine, and I cannot tell you how much I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Very well.